Hello again, YouTube land. So it's Friday. Figured I would post something, observations on the week, as it were. What have I done this week? Okay, well, I utterly enjoyed, gratuitously, the last 2 days of incredibly warm weather, which my husband really isn't too happy about. I mean, he's happy that I'm happy, that I enjoyed the weather, that I felt motivated to go outside and do stuff and walk around and all that. But he's pretty unhappy with the fact that there hasn't really been a winter, which just goes to show you opposites attract, because I couldn't be more happy. I hate the cold. But I basically fit what feels like 3 months worth of exercise in my life into Wednesday. I was on my feet from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., except for 4 hours, two of which was going to see the movie The Lorax, which I didn't think I would go see and I didn't think I'd enjoy. I mean, I like Dr. Seuss, but I haven't seen any of the other Dr. Seuss films in theater. I did eventually see The Cat in the Hat. But I loved The Lorax. I can't even word it. First of all, I didn't even realize Ed Helms was in it. I think he's from The Office, which I don't watch. I know. But I went because I thought it was hilarious that it was Danny DeVito as the Lorax, and I've liked Danny DeVito for a long time. I mean, I grew up in this weird nebulous age where reruns of Taxi were something that I watched a lot of as a kid on Nick at Night. Yeah, there's a throwback. So yeah, and oh my god. Okay, there's one song, I gotta play this for you, that I downloaded it this morning because I love it that much. I didn't get the whole soundtrack, but at least half of it was honestly respectable. But there's a song called How Bad Can I Be? And you gotta hear this. Adjust the volume a bit. Listen to the lyrics, okay? Really listen. Just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I possibly be? Well, there's a principle in nature that almost every creature knows. Called survival of the fittest. Exactly, this is how it goes. The animal that is gotta scratch and fight and claw and bite and punch. And the animal that doesn't, well, the animal that doesn't winds up someone else's lunch. Just say how bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just following my destiny. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be? There's a principle in business that everybody knows is sound. It is the people with the money make this ever loving world go round. So I'm bigger in my company, I'm bigger in my factory, I'm bigger in my corporate sign. Everybody out there, take care of yours, and me, I'll take care of mine. Shake that bottom line. Let me say smogulous souls. Schlappity slap. Complain all you want, it's never, ever gonna stop. Come on, how bad can it possibly be? How bad can I be? I'm just building the economy. How bad can I be? Just look at me petting this puppy. How bad can I be? A portion of proceeds goes to charity. How bad can I be? How bad could I possibly be? Let's see. All the customers are fighting. And the money keeps multiplying. And the PR people are lying. And the lawyers are denying. Who cares if our few trees are dying? This is also gratifying. How bad can this possibly be?
Alright, I'll double check when I play this back before I post it, but I really hope you could hear the lyrics well on that. That was the song where I heard it and I went, okay, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. This movie, if you haven't seen it, first of all, I suggest it, but let me make something clear. This is one of the most liberal, pro-green, anti-big business films I've ever seen. Ever. And I grew up with a parent who worked in a video store. I've seen a lot of films. But I did. I went and I saw it and I loved it. And the funny thing was, for me, is that I try to weigh myself every morning now that I have a quality scale. Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. Tuesday it was what I expected. Wednesday it was what I expected. Thursday I was down 5 pounds. That's how much walking I did on Wednesday. I don't think there's an inch of Soho I didn't cover. I don't really shop at a lot of the stores in Soho because, you know, I'm broke. But I did a fair amount. You know, I got to see my sister for all of 5.5 seconds. It was longer than that, but it didn't seem like it. Got some good food, realized where a couple places were that I hadn't noticed were that close. Stopped in and saw my husband a couple of times, and then he and I went to Katz's Delicatessen down Houston. We'd been there once before, but it was really not a good experience. And that wasn't because of the food or the service or the place or anything, although it was quite crowded. We went on a Friday. It was because we were having a discussion about something that got remarkably heated and lasted way longer than, I mean, all fights when you have them, they last longer than you want them to. They last longer than they should. But this one, I mean, it was one for the books. This thing lasted like 5 hours over the course of meeting him at work and going for food and the train ride home. And then once we were home, and it was epic. In a very real sense, it was epic. So we went to Katz's, and that was good. And then Thursday we had dinner with his grandparents, but it was even warmer Thursday. And I did go out. I spent half the day out, the morning hours, and then I spent most of the afternoon catching up around here and relaxing. But I did go no further than Woodside, which is only a couple train stops from here. It's the neighborhood we used to live in. And I like doing that. On the days that are significantly warmer, 70 or better, I don't like to wander too far from home because between my asthma and the effect that my weight has on how taxed I feel, I don't go very far. I mean, the public transit system will get you a certain distance, and if you're willing to pay for a gypsy, okay. Or if you have a car, even better. When I had a car, I used to drive forever in the middle of summer in Maine on the really hot days. I was all fucking over the place. I couldn't stay in the house, even though I had air conditioning. But yeah, I went and I spent the morning out, and I don't know if you can tell. It's a lot leveler, a lot more even. My first haircut since September. And I surprised a couple of the ladies who work at the salon that I go to, actually that me and my husband go to in Woodside. One came over and she was like, "Oh my God, where did all that hair come from?" Because the last time she saw me was before my wedding, and I got my hair, I'm not kidding, my hair, I got it cut to here. Okay? This is after yesterday's haircut. This is where it was cut to in September. I got about an inch taken off. My hair grows really fast. What else? What else? What else? Today is my day off. Yeah. I always debate on my day off whether or not I'm going to go down to the bookstore, but I've been there so much this week already. And I did help out some while I was there intermittently on Wednesday. I don't know if Sam noticed it, but I did. And today being my day off, I think, I've got some food, I've got some coffee, I've got a really long list in the instant queue on Netflix that I really ought to catch up on. And that's not. I also have stuff on Hulu. I'm a TV hoe. I watch way too much television, and we don't even have cable. But if I can't find work, I have to do something to amuse myself. I'm gonna see if my dad downloaded the podcast. He said he mentioned me a couple of times this week. So I don't know. I'll have to check, actually, for that matter. While I'm thinking of it, that would be a good time to do something, wouldn't it? Let's see here, Dad. Show all available episodes. Nope, he hasn't done it yet. Okay, well, whatever. But I would have to say that I totally recommend seeing the Lorax if you're planning on going out and seeing a movie.